So I am supposed to do a live reaction on something I've never heard. Foxy sent it to me. I promised her I wasn't going to listen to it, so I'm not going to listen to it. So let's just, I'm supposed to react to it, but here we go.
Even begin. I'm 18 female. My dad married my stepmom Rose when I was about 2 years old. He died when I was 6 because of cancer. At the time, my little brother Austin was 2, and she was pregnant with my sister Alyssa. She promised my dad that she would take care of me when he's gone. After my dad died, Rose left me to foster care. She told me that she can't take care of me right now, but after her baby is born, she will be back for me. But she didn't come back. As I got older, I reached out to her. So did my social worker. She refused to allow me to see my siblings. I did this every year, and she refused every year. After turning 18, I reached out to Rose again, and she told me I'm a stranger. Her children don't even know that I exist, and they have each other, and they don't need me, and she wants me to keep it that way. She told me to go look for my mom's relatives if I want a family, that her and her children are not my family. It wasn't a pleasant meeting. A few days later, I said to myself, fuck it, I do exist. I'm a real person. I will go tell my siblings myself. I talked to Austin's best friend, found her on social media, and told her everything, had lots of pictures and documents as well. Once she was convinced, she invited Austin and Alyssa over and I met them and told them everything. I had lots of pictures, including some of me and him together when he was a baby, also of me and my dad, and Rose as well. Also a few with me and my dad on his final days, which they said Rose had shown them very similar pictures, but I wasn't in any of them. It was very emotional, but they were angry, especially Austin, because he always felt like something was wrong but couldn't put it together. Rose had always told him it was because their dad had died. Anyway, they called their grandma, Rose's mom, and she confessed as well. Told them that she wanted to tell them the truth, but Rose had threatened that she would cut off contact if she did. They eventually went home and confronted their mom, and all hell broke loose. Rose was initially furious with me, even called the police. They dismissed her after talking to Austin and Alyssa. Called me and said very nasty things about me. My mom and my dad's mom too for some reason. They're both passed away. Anyway, I talked to my siblings a few more times, and a couple of days later, Rose called me again and told me she's happy to let me see my siblings and have a real relationship. She lost the war with Austin and Alyssa and invited me over. I went there and had a good day with them. Then she asked me to help her make amends with the kids, to tell them that her not telling them about me was a mutual decision between her, my social worker, and my dad because they all believed it would be best. She wants this so that she can move on and for the kids to stop blaming her. So far, I've refused. Am I the asshole for what I did initially, telling my sibling the truth? And what I continue to do? Refusing to help her blame my dad for this, basically?
Oh, that's it? Okay, here we go. First of all, Rose, the OP gets no a-hole, like none. It's this has been a terrible story from the time her dad died. And by the way, it's the more I think about it, the worse it sounds because you literally, her dad died, and you, Rose, took it upon yourself to go, I don't want any part of you, and you ain't gonna be any part of this family. So she just lost a part of her family, just off the bat. Like, her dad died, and now you're dead to me. Speaking as Rose. For 18, all the way up until the age of 18, this girl has called this woman and tried to get back into her life. Each year, she has come up with excuses after excuses after excuses. And honestly, I really think she waited until the age of 18, being that you're legal now at the age of 18, to just say, F you, I don't want anything to do with you. They don't even know you exist. And that's disgusting. They don't even know you exist. So OP had every right to introduce herself to her siblings. Basically, she's the oldest. You should know that I do exist. That's one thing. You're not getting an a-hole for that. Also, I would say this to you, OP. I would not help your stepmother in any kind of way, shape, or form make her look better in front of her kids at all. This woman basically threw you away. That's what it is. She threw you away. And now she wants you to mend fences for her and make things better because they're coming down on me and everything else. And I say that for this reason. It still ain't about you, OP. It's still not about you. She didn't come out and say, oh, can you make things feel better? Because now that I talked to them, I see their point of view. Maybe I did do. No, she's doing it because she don't want the backlash that her kids are giving her. She don't want it no more. She don't want that smoke that her kids have been giving to her. You should have caught that off the bat, and I get it. Kids, when they are abandoned, they still cling to some type of hope of getting their family back. You can't blame them. It's in their DNA that if you tell them, look, there's a 1% chance that the family that got rid of you wants you back in any kind of way, shape, or form, they will cling on to that 1%. So I get the fact that when Rose did call OP and say, hey, let's get back together, let's work this out and everything else, she jumped into it. That was a 1%. But then Rose had alternative motives, and it was because she didn't want that smoke from her kids. It was tiring. She didn't want to hear no more how terrible you was and everything else. She didn't want to hear this no more from her kids that she loved and she kept. So can you come over here and basically lie again to my kids? See, the kids already is pissed off at Rose because you lied all these years of saying we were the only kids. We were the only kids. You lied about that. So you and your brilliance think the only way to fix this lie is to lie again. And to get OP to lie so they can see me that it was not my idea. It was your father's idea, the one that's died, so he can't stand up for himself. And it was your idea because I don't know if you really want to be a part of this family, you would lie so we could, maybe I'll give you a crip little small part of the family. Maybe you could come over and see the kids because obviously Rose don't want to see OP at all. But the initial thing is, can you lie so these kids can get off my back about me lying? That's her genius idea, I guess. But no, OP, you're not the a-hole. You don't deserve any of this. Rose gets 4 out of 5 a-holes. You are a terrible person because I can't even call you a mom because in no way, shape, or form did you show any kind of form of being a mom to somebody who just lost their father. You get 4 out of 5. Go F yourself, Rose. That is our show for tonight. I don't know why we said hour because it's just me, but okay. That's my show for tonight. And if this is your type of content, please do not forget to hit that subscribe button. Please do not forget that like button. And if there's anything that you would like for me to discuss or listen to, please leave it in the comments and I will truly get back to it. Read it. I read all the comments. So until next time, I'll see you when I see you. Peace.